Today, it's time to do the most important test you can do with the drone. See if you can get it to avoid obstacles. What's up everyone, I'm the Everyday Dad. If I can figure it out, you can figure it out. Today we're gonna see how well the obstacle avoidance on the brand new Mavic Pro 2 works. But wait, this is a terrible place to do that. There is only one trusty place where you can beat the snot out of the drone, and that's out on the trails. See you there. So let's do what we always do when, a new drone comes out, and that is we're gonna take the Mavic 2 Pro out here in the trails and we're gonna beat the snot out of it. So DJI announced the Mavic 2, said it has a whole bunch of new sensors, has better active track, has better obstacle avoidance. What better way to find that out than to go see if I can get it to wreck on the trails for a little bit? So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take the brand new DJI Mavic Pro 2 and we're gonna go, beat the snot out of it, because that's what we enjoy doing here on the Everyday Dad. We enjoy taking our drones as soon as they're announced and hopefully not wrecking it. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna break it down into two separate tests. One, we're gonna do the first easy. We're just gonna go out, we're gonna walk a little bit. We're gonna see if we can actually get it to dodge obstacles, if we can get it to stop and not wreck into some leaves, because leaves are really the big Achilles heel when it comes to drones avoidance, because sometimes their sensors can't pick up the little bit of the leaves. So we're gonna do a walking test, and then we're gonna hop on the mountain bike, and we're gonna do a mountain biking test, and do the same thing, but at speed. This is my favorite part of drone videos, because yeah, they're expensive toys, but who else is gonna take their drone out into the middle of the woods and try to break it just for you guys? That's me. That's my craziness, I guess. Okay, let's get going. Okay, and we're now done. We definitely cracked a propeller. We have beaten this thing up pretty bad. So what we're gonna do is, I haven't actually checked the footage or seen the screen recording yet. So we're gonna head back to the studio, we're gonna check the footage, and then we're gonna talk about it. See you there. For you, the magic of video, it will be, you know, instantaneous. For me, it's an hour-and-a-half drive. Thanks, DC. Okay, see you then. And we're back. Whew. One instant car ride later, I've had the chance to review the footage now, and you know, you've obviously seen it from the super sweet montage we had going just a few moments ago. So what? Is the Mavic 2 Pro the best when it comes to DJI drones? And was it worth cracking all 4 of my props to get this footage? Well, it was worth it, yes. And is it the best? Maybe? I've got to be honest, I'm kind of underwhelmed here. I was blown away when the Mavic Air was able to dodge trees and obstacles while I was out mountain biking. But the Mavic Pro 2, I mean, it didn't really dodge anything. And I ensured I had the obstacle avoidance setting turned on prior to flight. You know, I'm not in the same location I used to test this out, so it will be a slightly different testing sample. And lots of branches and trees are generally pretty tough for drones to avoid, as they're sometimes too small to be picked up by the sensors. But even with that out of the way, the Mavic had several occasions where I feel like the Mavic Air would have absolutely died. I mean, look at this. Here's an example where it came right up to a solid object, you know, a tree. It had a good line on it with ample opportunity for the APAS system to move it out of the way, like you can see here to the right. And it didn't. It just stopped. I mean, hooray that it stops. But for as much as they sold the new avoidance system during their keynote presentation, I am pretty darn disappointed. Now, you know, credit where credit's due. It did actually do an excellent job of stopping and not wrecking. So today I had 2 legitimate crashes where the drone straight up hit the ground. You can tell it is kind of beat up after flying today. One was absolutely my fault because I piloted it sideways into a branch, and the other was an obstacle avoidance failure where it straight up went through some branches. But one of the surprising benefits is the Mavic 2. These props are serious, and there were several occasions where it just literally mowed down branches to keep up with me, which is actually pretty awesome. So I make this joke a lot. The original Mavic Pro was like a roaring weed whacker of like anger once you get it up and going. And the Mavic 2 keeps up pretty similar. It seriously would just mow down some trees to keep up with me, which was, you know, pretty awesome. So should you take your Mavic 2 Pro out on the wooded trails for some active tracking? No, don't do that. It doesn't do any better than the Air, and it is twice as expensive. Don't go breaking your Mavic 2 Pro flying it in the woods because it's too darn expensive. You know, let those of us crazies handle that. Long story long, I don't find the Mavic 2 to be any better than the Mavic Air, and you know, depending on the test, maybe slightly worse when it comes to obstacle avoidance. It's a great drone, better in every other way possible than the Mavic Air. Better camera, better sensors, better flight time, better controls, better everything. But obstacle avoidance, you know, it's either as good of or not nearly as good. You'll have to, if obstacle avoidance is a thing you want to do not take this one mountain bike riding. You should probably find something else. Thanks for watching.